Good morning from Nicaragua. It's been a couple days since I've been able to do a video update, but I wanted to catch you up on what's been happening over the last couple of days. On Saturday, Kirk packed up all of his things and we took him to the airport. He was able to get to go home. He'd been saying for the last couple of days, man, I can't wait to see my girls. And so Kirk finally left on Saturday, and we wish him well. I can't say enough about the great job that Kirk does and the impact that he's having here in these Central American countries when he brings the Future Preacher Training Camp to these countries. Kirk likes to say, you're making a difference. Well, Kirk is making a great difference for the kingdom here in Central and Latin America. After I dropped Kirk off, I had the opportunity to go to the Nicaraguan Bible School, where over the last couple of years, they have put together a program to help teach their members and to help teach their leaders how to prepare to become elders and deacons, how to put together a sermon, all sorts of different things that they put together. This is a school that was dreamt up and planned and created by the Nicaraguan brothers. The preachers here have come together and they've put together a curriculum, they've put together the teaching schedule, they've got a 2-year program that is just phenomenal and is going to have great things that come from it in the future. I'm so excited about this program. It's probably one of the things that I'm most excited about in any of the things that I see going on in Nicaragua, because it's theirs. They take ownership of it. The classes are divided into 2 groups, the first-year students and the second-year students. And it's so cool to see them sitting down, learning, wanting to learn more about God's Word. And this comes at a great sacrifice to them personally. It's every single Saturday of the year. And it's just such a great hope that I see in this program. On Sunday morning, I had the opportunity to visit with the church in San Marcos. And then I got to visit with one of the preachers, Marvin Calero. Marvin is one of the preachers in El Crucero, and things just aren't going real well for Marvin. And I've been worrying and thinking about Marvin for the last couple of years and trying to figure out what's the best way to use Marvin. And Marvin has a heart and a desire to be a preacher. But unfortunately, he's never been to a preacher training school. He's never even taken the classes that we offer in what we call our satellite school, which is a prerequisite to go to the preacher training school. And so what we've decided to do with Marvin is to give him an opportunity to where over the next couple of years he can gain all the requirements that he needs to go to the preacher training school. Those requirements are that you have to have the recommendation of your preacher, you have to have the recommendation of your home congregation, and you have to have fulfilled the satellite school material. Well, since he's not going to be able to gain any of those 3 right now, what we've asked him to do is to step down from his position in El Crucero and then to work with another preacher for the next 2 years. And during these next 2 years, attend the Nicaraguan Bible School. And so, after a couple of years, we're hoping that he will be able to have all that he needs in order to go to the Nicaraguan, or to go to the preacher training school in Panama. After I met with Marvin, I had the opportunity to go and sit down with one of the newest graduates from the preacher training school in Panama, and his name is Jairo. And I got to sit down with him and his family, and we talked with him about the fact that there's an opening in El Crucero now. And we talked with him about that opportunity to see if he might be interested in going to help that great congregation. Of course, it will be up to the congregation as to whether or not they think that Jairo is the right fit for them, but we wanted to make sure that Jairo and his family had an opportunity to serve the Lord here in Nicaragua. Yesterday, Monday, I had an opportunity to go to Esteli. The reason to go to this visit is that we are planning a medical campaign in July in Esteli, and I want you to hopefully make some plans to come and join us if you can on that campaign. What I did on this trip was I had to go to 3 different places. First, I had to go to the mayor's office. We want to always coordinate with the local officials to help make this whole experience as smooth as possible. Things that you might not think about, like having the trash picked up every day, because when you have 100 or more people in line, and you have all of the things going on inside the clinic, and then you've got 45 or 50 Americans and all the stuff that they're using, and all the trash that builds up, that's got to be taken care of. And so that's one thing we need the mayor's help with. Also, security outside the gate. We kind of tell them, security outside the gate is the city's responsibility, and then inside the gate we'll take care of. The other things that we had to do were we had to meet with the local Ministry of Health. There's kind of two sections that we had to meet with. One is the Ministry of Health over all of Esteli. What we needed with their help is to, again, with trash, but with biohazardous trash. We needed their help helping dispose of and collecting of that material. So just little things like that you don't think about. Had a good opportunity to meet with Pablo and his wife and son. They are the preacher there, or Pablo is the preacher there in Esteli. It's always been great being able to be around Pablo and his family. They're such a good Christian family, and we have high hopes for what he's going to be able to do over the next couple of years. Thank you again for viewing these updates, and God bless. To God be the glory.